Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Today's topic is Marketing Ideas by Gabrielle Jeans. It will be a short session today. It's about 35 minutes. I hope you enjoy.
Well, hello, everybody. It is really great to be back, and it's 2020. Can you believe it? I just love even saying the year. It has a real punch to it. When we think of 2020, we think of 2020 vision, perfect vision, and this is going to be a perfect year. So very excited to be back, and hope you all had a great holiday. We're going to look at some marketing ideas. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think about your entire real estate business, everything about it, how you run it, how you market with it, everything that you do. And today is about where I want you to look at everything that we talk about today as the direction that I think you need to go in order to market in today's date, 2020. So a lot of these things I'm sure you know, but the question is not, do you know it? Are you doing it? And so we're going to look at some marketing ideas for 2020. Okay. I always like to start off with this creating a marketing plan. What things are you going to do this year to help you succeed? So you need a marketing success plan. The key to success in any marketing plan lies in your ability to document, your goals and, your strategies and, your tactics. These are the things that I want to do. These are the tools I want to use. What makes it so great today is that you can measure this, and therefore you can track it and then know whether or not these methods are working, or if some of them are working or none of them are working or all of them are working. You can track the whole entity of your plan when you're doing this, in the way that you're tracking it and using software. And we'll talk about that. So you should start with making a list of ideas. What do you want to do this year from a marketing point of view? Just think about some of those things. And then, by creating this marketing plan, it allows you to focus on where to spend your money. It allows you to, have a strategy of what you're going to do to try and get the kind of business that you're targeting. So it really starts with a good plan. And of course, everything that you create, all of your marketing that you create, your web, your social media, your flyers, your everything, your emails, so on, all of it has to have a professional look. So it's really important today, commissions are so high, like 50,000 commission, $1 million, 5% is nothing today. Commissions are higher than that in many, many, many cases. So clients today, they want to know, what am I getting for this money that I'm spending? And so very important that, the presentations today that you do with clients has to really, really, really be powerful. And because it has to prove to them that you are in fact worth the commissions that you're asking for. So everything needs to look professional. Very important part of your whole presentation. And you really need to make sure that you're building your social community brand. In other words, what you're really trying to do is create a community Facebook page, if you will. And you're building clients through the type of client you're targeting. You're building your messages around that, and your marketing strategies are going to be geared to that particular kind of client, the luxury downtown Toronto condo buyer. I keep using that as my example when I'm training, so it's about creating a community, it's about marketing to that community, and it's about creating a online presence that people will come to and then want to come back to again and again and again, because today it's about digital. It really, really is about digital. So I say to all real estate agents, this is the year, if you haven't already done it, this is the year you need to get serious about going digital. and it starts with social media. And if you have already a Facebook page, great. We want to start building it into a community. And there's a couple of them that I've given you down below here. Nextdoor.ca is the Canadian one. Nextdoor.com is the American one. But anyways, visit that site. That is a social media site for communities, and you can actually have this service. This service you can pay for, so that it's already built for you, if you will. But anyways, take a look at it. But that's sort of the direction that you want to go in, with your community branded website, social pages, and for Facebook. So, you want to create value in the in coming to that page. In other words, hey, they're going to get discounts at different, real estate providers, for example, carpet layers or painters or stuff like that, roofers or whatnot. Maybe if you find some people, you can build that little community as well, and they can be part of your page and offer these discounts. So try to create value in joining this community and coming to this community. I just want you to start thinking about ideas around that. So get sponsors, as I say, roofers and plumbers and electricians and landscapers and all of that kind of, all of them are looking for business as you are. So join this private, the other thing is you join different private communities and start spreading the word on your community through that as well. So it's getting out there yourself, and of course, creating a community that people want to come back to again and again. So think about that this year. You also need to have a digital marketing service report. In other words, these are the things marketing-wise. These are all the places that I'm promoting Mr. Seller, Mr. Buyer kind of thing. And you can use this as part of, obviously, your presentation, but you yourself need to make sure that you have these in place if you don't already. So you should create this this marketing service report, and then 3 or 4 times a year, look at it and say, maybe there's some things I need to take out. Maybe there's some things I need to add in, so you can manipulate it and then, make it really, really, really powerful. But what you're going to say when you're sitting across the table from a seller as well. So you need to have that detailed marketing report. And here are some of the things that would be on that checklist, if you will, that, your website and a link to your website, and your social walls, your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, and your LinkedIn kind of thing, your social walls, and then, your real estate blog, and your online advertising sites. In other words, where you promote on Craigslist and Kijiji and, all these different real estate classified sites. So some places where you promote. And then, of course, Realtor.ca and, all of these different feedback reports, that you get from real estate agents, getting them to fill out a feedback when the house is shown. You're collecting that data. You're using various softwares, of course, to help you collect this data. There's all kinds of software out there available that's already designed everything. It's just paying the fee and then learning how to use the software. There's all kinds of software to do this for you. But, making sure you're marketing the just listeds and open houses and, the print newsletters and online newsletters. And, it's about networking. It's about internal networking as well as, within the corporation, within the home life, as well as outside with other real estate companies, both in the province and outside the country even. So these are the kinds of reports that you need to create, and they're talking points when you're sitting across the table from a seller once again. So it's helping you manage your business, because these are the things that you should be doing, and it's also helping you with your presentation of what you say when you're out on that listing appointment. Also, your email messages. You need to start thinking this year about the messages that you send. There are certain messages that you get again and again. They saw a listing, they want information on a listing. Look at your inbox and take a look at some of these questions that you get from the public. Okay, perhaps not customers that you're already doing business with, but some of the general email inquiries that you have. Take a look at some of those and what are some of the questions they ask. And of course, now you want to have some standard email messages that you've already created that are customized, meaning, it's the way you would talk, not the way somebody else has created a template that you use, kind of thing. You want to personalize these messages. Your goal, as you know, with email is to build relationships. So it's always about that. And having a series of emails that you can send out throughout the year. And there's softwares out there that have all of these emails written. You could use them as a sort of as a guide, but I think you need to go into them and you need to personalize them and make those messages more your own message. Then it really is going to become more people getting to know you and your style of marketing. So, also, in your email messages, what's happening around town in their community, what festivals is in town, and what singers are in town, what musicians are in town, what events are in town. So trying to keep them up to date on that kind of stuff. And again, discount lists, we talked about that. And fun things for kids and dogs and pets, kind of thing. All of that is stuff that you want to collect in and email database that you can send out and use as email marketing. And as I say, these databases already exist with messages written. What you're trying to do, of course, is customize those messages. And that is something that you should be thinking about doing this year. What you really want to be doing is posting often. I keep saying to real estate agents, take pictures everywhere. Just take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. And even a little video, a 30-second, a 10-second little clip of something, a parade that you were at, or anything. It's an interesting point. It's a beautiful night. The CN Tower looks awesome. Anything. Take some video, but take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. And you can post all the time with these. I'm downtown Toronto. I just wanted you to see, the CN Tower, how beautiful it is, and post it, kind of thing. So I say post every day and post often. Post on all your social walls. It takes a second. That's why I say take pictures, take pictures, take pictures, because then you always have something to post very quickly. So posting 3-4 times a day is not outrageous at all. Post about pre-marketing, any of the listings that you've got coming up. You're obviously not going to divulge the address, but hey, I've got this beautiful back split coming up, or side split or 2-story, whatever. You can give them an idea and talk about it. You're obviously not going to give them the address, but do some pre-marketing of listings and open house invitations and some Facebook Live. You've never done it, start practicing with it. You don't have to post, you just practice with it and get better at it. And real estate market updates, what's happening with our real estate market report, and give them updates on that. And, a special house of the week, maybe that your office has listed and you want to feature, kind of thing, or your own kind of thing is another idea. And then, you want to be promoting on social walls. And there's a couple of companies that you should investigate. One of them is adworks.com. And they help real estate agents promote all over the web, all over social. And they charge a fee, but it's worth checking into. And of course, justsellhomes.com is another one. I talked to the man, his name is Anthony, and he basically does the same thing. I think it's about $150 when you get a listing, and he'll market it all over the internet for you, and he does all of that for you. So my point is, these are things that you need to be thinking about, and of course, there are services to help you with that. You also need to think about having some professional people that you can go to help you. A graphic designer. Every real estate person needs to have somebody that they go to that can help them make their stuff look good. Okay. Oftentimes, the company has the materials that you can use, But sometimes you want to be able to do something that's your own, that's exclusive to you. So you need a graphic person. Excuse me. I did a meeting this morning, so I've been talking for hours. I flew in from this meeting this morning on the highway. Drove in quickly, and I had to get here, so my throat is a little sore. You need to have some marketing people, search engine marketing people to help you. I can, certainly refer people to you, so you can reach out to me if you don't know any, and I can refer you to a few. Also, someone who can help you, as I say, with the internet, social media marketing strategies, and that's why I pointed out AdWorks for you and Just Sell Homes, because that's what they do. Some writers to help you write content. I can certainly help you in that direction. You don't have to do this yourself. There are people that can do this for you, and it's not as expensive as you think it is. It's part of today. The commissions are high, but the cost of being in business has risen, because years ago, it was about going out and knocking on doors and picking up the phone and cold calling. That was it. Those were the ways that we met people, and for the most part. So today it's so much different, so it's so much more costly. So you need a good writer to help you write content. And then you want to develop your sales team. And what do I mean by that? I mean your mortgage guy. I mean your title person when you need them. I mean your lawyer. I mean your home inspector, and so on. That's your home sales team, making those connections and knowing they provide good service and being able to put the package of buying a home and selling a home together for your customers. So packaging your presentation today is extremely important when you're sitting across the table. Your presentations, most definitely you need to take them digital. So you need to be using a laptop today. And, if you're not yet, you need to make sure you start. You have to start. It is, again, it's elevating you to the next level. And that's what you're trying to do here. Elevate yourself, elevate your, your marketing strategies, and, the services that you provide. All of that is going to be so much more powerful and so much more effective when it has a great design. And, people are going to be far more willing to list with you and buy through you when they see how professional everything's put together. So the design needs to be both digital and print, of course. As I say, you need to practice using your laptop. Make sure that you've got your great graphic person that made it look professional. It needs to be brief, but valuable. It doesn't need to be a lot of writing, more graphics and bullet points than anything, okay? And then, also you need to start thinking about regularly emailing and doing broadcast type emailing, pre-listing, coming soon kind of thing. And open house invitations, broadcasting them out on a regular basis. And, Facebook Live, I'm here at my property at 123 Green Street, kind of thing, and doing Facebook Live that way. And I'm here at the, the event, the Jazz Festival in downtown Oakville, kind of thing. So Facebook Live in a variety of different ways. A new bakery just opened up here, and I thought I'd be here and let you know about it. Oh my God, these kinds of things, when you come in and televise that, believe me, the business owner loves you for that kind of stuff. They love you for that kind of stuff, and they'll start promoting you. So be creative in your Facebook Live things that you do. They don't need to be lengthy, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. And, they can be brief but meaningful. Have a meaning behind it, where you're providing information that people would want to know. And of course, always market updates. And we talked about the special home of the week. So those are the kinds of things that you want to be promoting. You need a follow-up system. And as I say, if you're using a great contact management software, a client relationship management software, there's many out there. You've all heard of, most of you have heard of Top Producer. I keep saying I use Exact. It's spelled I-X-A-C-T, Exact, I-X-A-C-T. If you do a Google search for CRM's exact, you'll get a link directly to their page. They're right here in Toronto. They have a great product. It's got everything you need in it. They'll teach you how to use it. I still think you need to rewrite and review the email messages and customize them little by little by little. You can't do them all at one time, but do 2 a day. You do 2 a week, little by little, and you'll get through it. Again, it's small steps in a direction you know where you want to go. So, and that makes all the difference in the world. So, computerized follow-up. It's intent-based marketing is what we're talking about, which is the future. I believe the future of the way marketing is done today. Intent-based. In other words, I'm sending you this information because there's great value here. This message is important, and I want to make sure you know about it. So you want to have, that's the kind of content you want to be sending, and that there's a reason that you're doing it. You're not just sending crap, okay? There's a reason that you're sending it. And that's what we mean by intent-based marketing. And it is, by no question, the future. So, start putting money aside for the marketing side and spend it on the internet base. Hire the professionals that can do this for you. You can give them the content that you want. They can take your content and put it on their marketing pieces. Not a problem at all. But they can do the work for you and do it well because they're professionals at it. So think about that sort of thing when I say spend your money on internet. Today's internet users simply don't have, the time or the patience. They hate that kind of cheap marketing strategy. So stay away from it because it's not, it's going to hurt you rather than help you. So you want to keep your messages valuable and important. I always talk about Jerome and the community and using them. I mean, again, I keep going back to sports and, the Raptors and, the Blue Jays and the Toronto Maple Leafs and, the soccer team. And they all have their mascots and they use them everywhere to build that fun, happy community, helpful kind of relationship with the community. So, take advantage of him and use them often because, we have them at corporate and a lot of offices have their own. So think about Jerome and also think about, volunteering, do some sponsorships with high schools, kids that are trying to afford to go to university. So you can have some scholarship monies, that you put aside, maybe, $3,000 a year or $5,000 a year. And that's going to be towards scholarship money that you then choose a couple of high schools and you do some nice marketing with the principal and, and that gets home to the parents and, all of that kind of thing is really, really showing your community passion and your community involvement. Donate, host events, be out there with kids and pets, have fun, educate the people, be helpful. I mean, that's really, what it's all about, getting involved and getting out there and be visible as well as online, be visible in your community. You must be marketing, you've got to start making sure that you're using a great newsletter, the print version, and your blog, and you need to be in both. And you need to do it regularly. It's a service. Again, these services are available where they do your print and your blog both. And but you need to be out there today on both and promote and this again you can show when you're on a listing appointment. I have my own newsletter. Your listing is going to be in my new newsletter all the time. And I also am going to promote you on my blog. I'm going to promote you on my website. I'm going to promote you in my social walls. You're going to be on Facebook. You're going to be on Instagram. You're going to be on LinkedIn. You see what I mean? And you can talk about that. And all of that is available. As I say, you can hire someone to do all of that for you in one small, not so outrageous fee, as I say. And it's part of the cost of doing business today. So your blog is to educate clients and have contests again and coupons. And we talked about all of that. Make your marketing valuable always. Let there be something that they can turn into real dollars to help them. talk about your open houses, but, make sure your open houses are effective. Don't just put up a couple of directional signs, a day or two before you decide to have an open house. And, you put up the directional signs and you've got a printout of some of the features and you sit there. There's a whole lot of free marketing that should be done. Sending out invitations, walking the community, emailing your database, emailing other real estate offices. I mean, there's a whole, get the word out kind of thing that you should be doing. And that's what we're talking about here. Promoting it on your website, promoting it through MLS, and promoting it on the company website. And, have an open house app that you use. It's called Open House, Open Home Pro. It's a great app. It helps when they come and sign in. They sign in on the app, and then the system actually follows up with them with everything. A whole follow-up system is prompted into place as soon as they fill out that form. So it's a valuable little tool. Again, not expensive. And here are some. When you think of servicing, and what kinds of things should you be doing to service a client? Here are some tips to think about. You should have some listing service reports. This is everything that's happened this week with your property. Here's how many times it was shown by this person, this person, this person, this person, meaning just the company. You don't need to put the person's name, but the company. And you have records of and all of it is going to help you if you have to get a price reduction. Right now I know listings are selling quickly and all of that, but they're not always going to sell quickly. So you need to know that this is something that you do for a property that isn't selling so quickly. And, some of them do take longer, as we know. Meet regularly, bi-monthly, no question, with your sellers. Keep in touch weekly though, but sit down at least twice a month. Follow up on all showings, gather feedback, and you're marketing aggressively until it's sold. And so these are just some making sure you're doing all of these things. Use professional videos and professional photography. Whenever, it's fine using your own camera and certain things when you're out there, as I say, take photos. But certain things require professional people to help you with. And when you're doing your bio, when you're doing a video of the property, this is when you should bring in your professional videographer to do a professional video on your property and professional photographs of the property. And then many of them even have marketing pieces that they create for you automatically, and your flyers and your Facebook posts, and a lot of them have all of this created for you already, as part of the package they sell you with that. So use professionals, and always remember video. You should have a video on the front of your website and make it a brief little video, but maybe once a month or once every couple of weeks. It would be ideal if you could do that. Once every couple of weeks, you sit with your videographer and you do a 30-second, in news flash kind of thing, and of what's happening to real estate right now this week. And so always have that videographer there that can help you a lot. Use a great email platform, bombbomb.com, which allows you to send out some really interesting video through your email. It's a really great tool. I think most of you have heard of it. If not, check it out, bombbomb.com. And inexpensive, but some really creative marketing strategies that you can use their services with. Expand your online classified advertising budget. I don't know where you're spending your money, where you spent it last year in terms of, promoting yourself and promoting your listings. But most real estate agents have not spent a lot of money online on classified advertising budget. Start investigating. There's all kinds of great online advertising for listings, portals that you can go to. Some are free, some you pay for, but you get better positioning and their readership is higher and so on and so forth. But start Googling online real estate online classified advertising and start investigating some of these. There's all kinds of them out there. So start spending more money online in advertising. As I say, set up a budget on planning, your year out and the tools that you need and the marketing, where you're going to spend your money. Sort of try and sit down and lay that out a little bit. This is the time you should be doing some of this. You should have been doing it actually, maybe you've already done some of it. This is usually what you do around November, December, so that you get the year off running because you've already know exactly where you're doing. But it's never too late. So if you haven't already done it, do that. Set a budget, set your plan out. Where you're going to spend your money, and it's going to make a big difference. We talked about using live video for marketing. Again, there's so many things you can do by building your fan base on social. Again, sending it out to invite your database to different functions that you maybe are doing. You're going to invest some money in Blue Jay tickets, and the first 50 people or 10 people or 20, whatever you can afford, and you buy Blue Jay tickets, and you're sending it out to your higher end clients, the ones that have bought and sold through you maybe a few times. So again, you can do this sort of thing and then shoot a video on that. So anyways, all kinds of great things that you can do. Get guests to come on and talk about a lawyer, a home inspector, and so on and so forth. So there's so many things you can do with video. So many things you can do with video. You need help. This is where you need to think about, do you have someone who can help you with the administration? Again, I always say to real estate people, if you're doing a lot of administration and little lead generation, you're in the wrong business. Your time needs to be spent on making presentations to buyers and sellers and generating business. I mean, all the administration stuff, you can hire people to do that, and it's not expensive. You don't need to have them full time, but sometimes a couple of real estate agents might share, kind of thing. So anyway, administration help, transaction management software. If you're using DocuSign, there's the Toronto Real Estate Board has all of that built into this new tool that I know they have through Lone Wolf, and I've been hearing a lot of mixed messages around that. But anyways, there's DocuSign has a great transaction management software, and it's part of our the Home Life Tech package that is $39.99 a month that you pay, and transaction management software can be part of that. Create an offer, get a listing. Your contracts are always in your pocket on your phone, so you know that. And then drip campaigns, follow-up campaigns are in place. You've got software that does that, as I was saying. Marketing design. There's all kinds of tools that have already got real estate marketing packages all created for you. I just found another one yesterday, and I'm sorry I don't have their name right now. I was just investigating them. But there's all kinds of companies that have the designs already there. You just pop your logos in, and they look fantastic. So transaction management, we talked about that. Presentation software, your listing presentation, what you would show them when you're sitting across the table. Again, a design that looks and is created just for you, that you carry through to your website and all. And then, cloud storage and making sure you have a good, effective email signature. All of these things brings your business to the next level, which is what you're trying to do. And you're always doing that. And maybe you're doing that now. Maybe this is the year to come up with a new design. Maybe it's that. You're always remember target marketing, focus on the client, what kind of real estate you want to specialize in makes all the difference in the world. When you target a specific client, senior citizens or millennials or, the condo buyer seller, when you're targeting a specific customer, all of your marketing becomes far more affordable, because now you're not trying to do the shotgun approach to everything. You are targeting, you're a sniper now, and far more effective. And that's what you're trying to do this year. You're trying to sniper your business into a specific area that you're going to specialize in. And that's what we mean by targeting, very important. And then, your promotional team, that you're going to go out there and say, this is my team of experts, your legal services, mortgage services, home inspectors and appraisers and home insurance services, home warranty. A lot of offices have all of that put together for you. So make sure you check with your brokers and managers about, referrals in these areas, because many of the offices already have that list created. So remember, this is my email. And happy to take any email inquiries, questions that you might have right now. I hope.
All right, thank you for joining us today. Looks like we're having a little bit of connection issues at the end. Hopefully everyone got to see everything okay. I do hope today's topic was helpful and motivating. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.